This is the Suzuki Jimny 5-door, and it's a dynamite in a small package. Hey, what's up, guys? I don't think that there's anything this car can do wrong. I'm a huge lover of the Suzuki Jimny, and this week I've been driving this 5-door variant, and I think it's really good. I mean, if you're brave enough, you can option it in this kinetic yellow paintwork, and this gets you a lot of stairs on the road. Now, welcome back to yet another review. Before I go anywhere, please don't forget to use the link in my bio to get a code from Naked in under 90 seconds, and you could essentially cover anything from your Jimny to your Ranger, to your Jeep, whatever really. And also, guys, please comment, like, and subscribe. Right now, we're almost at 10,000 subscribers, so please make sure that you subscribe. Right, so let's get straight into this review. Get it. In terms of the exterior looks, I'm a huge fan of the Suzuki Jimny, guys. I've always said it, and I'm sure all my videos of the Jimny that I've done, you'll always notice that I love the Jimny. Now, in its 5-door variant, it is slightly longer, obviously, because of the extra doors, but I'm not a fan of the 5-door actually, and I feel that a Jimny should be a 3-door. But anyway, you still get the same grille that you get on the 3-door, which is this slatted grille, which is reminiscent of another brand which I won't mention. It's chrome, which I quite like. There's LED lights on here. You've got your window wash, you've got your wiper washers right on there. This massive black bumper. It's not really massive, but you've got this black bumper. Your fog lamps are on here, and under here you've got some tow hooks, some recovery hooks that are on there, which are really quite cool. And because this color is kinetic yellow, they are also in kinetic yellow, which is quite cool. This 15-inch alloy, which is really good. It looks beautiful. I don't have any qualm with this. The only thing that I would do, because this tire looks so tiny, what I would do is just beef it up, probably get an all-terrain tire, and obviously increase the shocks and make it a really off-road vibe. You've got this black cladding that comes across here, also in plastic. But the nice thing is that you never really scratch or worry about scratching these plastic bumpers, because it's just a Jimny, guys, and you can do whatever you want to do, really. Now at the side, because this black, you've got these black mirrors, and they work really well, especially on this kinetic yellow paintwork. And I think they did a massive job on that. Then this black roof, which goes all the way, and it's got a sort of a lip that comes when it's like a gutter essentially to trap all the water, which is quite cool. I do quite like it. I'm a huge fan of the Jimny. The biggest change here is because this is the 5-door, so you've got extra sets of doors, which is quite lovely. This thing is like super light, guys, really light, and you can easily just move it like that. And you feel this when you're driving on the highway, and I'll speak about to you later about that when I'm in the drive. But it's really soft. I like this Jimny. Like, I don't think you can go wrong with the Jimny. And I mean, the nice thing here is that this starts at 429,000 Rand. You look at the likes of the Toyota Corolla Cross, the Volkswagen T-Cross, the Chery Tiggo Cross, the Jetor Dashings, and all that stuff. When you look at all those cars, you can essentially get into a Jimny. And for that, even for less, if you're looking at a T-Cross, you can get this for less than a T-Cross. And this is giving you a lot of reliability. You can go off-roading without really having to stress. It's not a compact SUV, it's an actual, off-roading Jack Russel, I like to call it. So think about that next time you're thinking at buying all those compact SUVs within that sub 500,000 Rand price bracket. So the Suzuki Jimny is powered by a 1.5 liter naturally aspirated engine. It gives you 75 kilowatts and 130 Newton meters of torque. Now that doesn't seem like a lot, but trust me, that's perfect. That's more than enough. It's powered by either a 4-speed automatic or in this specification, which is a 5-speed manual. And I always say that is what you want to have. Within that entire Suzuki family range, really, I always say that go for the manuals. The manuals are really good. And the 4-speed, it's a bit frustrating, but I prefer this 5-speed manual. Yes, it is missing an extra 6th gear just for it to keep those revs down. but I can work with this manual. So yeah, let me show you the rear, and then we'll jump inside before we go for this really nice drive. So let's get straight into it. So when you come to the rear, and I think this is where it looks extremely gorgeous for me. You've got your taillights down here, as well as your parking sensors on there, your Jimny all grip because it's an all-wheel drive car. Your spare wheel is mounted right at the rear here, and it's exactly the same as your other wheel. Got your little wiper right on there, which is quite cute. Another Suzuki badge right on there. And you open your tailgate this way, and you're met with somewhat decent space, to be honest with you. And obviously, should you want more space, you can always just lower those seats, and you will get more than enough. Doesn't completely lie flat, but you do have enough boot space when that is laid flat. So you've got a 12-volt socket right on there. It's enough space for the people who buy this car. I think that it's obviously a very niche product, and those who buy this car buy knowing that it's a Jimny. Those who know. Let me jump inside and I can take you inside the interior. Welcome to the interior of the Suzuki Jimny 5-door. The first thing that I'm really drawn to is this really cool looking leather wrapped steering wheel. It's a multifunctional steering wheel, so this is quite good to look at. And this cluster for me is just really cool. It's like retro designed. I like it. It's obviously analog dials with your digital displays right in the middle here split, but I do quite like it. It's just feels so robust with the exposed bolts on there, which are just really quite nice. I think in this day and age where everything is just so digital and whatever, this just gives that good look essentially. You've got your massive 9-inch infotainment here with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wirelessly, guys, throughout the range. How nice is that? And you've got a grab handle on here. Everything just feels so solid and well built. Yes, it's plastics, but they've managed to make it really nice. These vents, which are quite cool. You've got some space down here. Your vents are on here. You've got dual climate control in here. This is for your windows. This is the passenger window, the driver window, your hill descent button, and your traction control off button. You do have your 12-volt socket on there. And unfortunately, there's only one USB in this car. And it's obviously a Type A, which is a bit sucky. But it is what it is. You've got some place here for you to put your coins or whatever it is, really. Your manual shifter. I do quite like the way it looks and just how mechanical it is. Your 4-wheel drive shifter is on here. Your rear windows can be opened and closed here as well. Space here for your cup holders, and that's the only space for cup holders in the entire car, guys. So that is a bit of a downside. But I think the people who buy these cars, they don't really worry about that. And I think when you do get yourself into this car, it's whatever. Like I mentioned, it's a niche product. These seats are comfortable. Yes, they are cloth, but they find a nice way to just make it. The pattern looks nice. It's comfortable to sit on. I really, really love the Jimny a lot. Jack Russel, I like to call it. I think it's a value for money product. You can do anything you want with this Jimny. Go anywhere without having to worry about anything else. And this goes back to what I said earlier on in terms of like whether you buy a T-Cross, a Toyota Corolla Cross, your Cherry products, which is a Tiggo 4 or Tiggo Cross, you don't really get to do stuff in terms of driving, off-roading, and I know especially us when we go home and the roads leading up to home are really horrible. So knowing that you can easily just slap it into 4-wheel drive or 4-load for you to get unstuck, the Jimny has an upper on the rest of the other cars I've mentioned. Yes, the other cars have got all these niceties in terms of cup holders, the leatherette seats, these big screens, etc. But this for me is just right, man. Because it's a 5-door, guys, obviously, you now get decent, somewhat amount of space in here, and I'm not mad at it. This is within essentially my driving position, and like I said, I think I'm not that tall because I've got enough leg room, really. Like 4 fingers can go through there, and the headroom is really nice for me. I just don't like the fact that these seats are way too upright, way too upright. But it's enough amount of room really in here, and that's about it that you get in the rear. Really nothing hectic. You don't get a USB port, which is a bit of a faff, but like I mentioned earlier on, you do get a 12-volt socket up front. You've got your window controls on the door right here, which is quite a nifty touch. So yeah, that is the rear. Let us go for a drive. All right, now I've decided to take the Jimny right onto this gravel road because my previous video, it was just really tar road, and and I thought to myself, this is where the Jimny thrives. And I mean, I'm really comfortable on this gravel road. This manual transmission is really good. In terms of fuel consumption that I've been driving this week, I've been getting 7.2 liters per 100 kilometers, which is not bad. The tank is quite small, to be honest, so you get about 300-400 kilometers of range. So there is a lot of stopping when you are going home. But if you're going to be doing the entire work and back, you can go essentially the whole week with fuel. This gearbox, my word, is beautiful. I think Suzuki are on another level in terms of the manual transmissions. And this is why I think that this is what you want to have. Yes, that automatic seems nice in terms of obviously traffic and all that stuff, but in the longer run on the open highway, this is what you want. You can always change down yourself. You don't have to be, you know, frustrated in terms of that noise it'll be making when you're in an automatic. The only thing that you have to worry about here is essentially when you're on the highway and you're flat out on 120, it just feels like it wants another gear to change for it to rest. That's about it. But I'm not too mad at this, to be honest. In four-wheel drive right now, I don't feel like I'm going to lose it. It feels solid and robust in here. I don't have to worry about those tires, and this is where I say that I would rather than just get all-terrain tires. Damn, I love this car a lot. Jack Russel, I like to call it. Oh, some nice cows. Oh, some nice cows. Oh, some nice cows. The turning circle is where it becomes an issue. It does not have a great turning circle, this car, guys. The turning circle is horrible. So you have to plan your 3-point turns quite a lot. But yeah, I do quite love this a lot. It's beautiful. You don't have to worry that you're gonna damage your car underneath because the ground clearance is massive enough. In terms of safety, it's equipped with enough airbags all around the car, so it is safe as well. The nice thing about Suzuki is that they never, they never leave out the little things that you would need, the important things rather. Yes, it's rated 3-star NCAP rating, and I think that's mostly because, guys, when you are on the highway and a gust of wind comes through, you actually feel it changing lanes. So you need to always be really tight on the steering wheel, and that's the only downside that I've had. But also, it's a box, so no aerodynamics whatsoever, remember. So that's the only issue that I have with the Suzuki Jimny. Otherwise, it drives really good, great fuel consumption, fun little thing. You can easily just want to throw it around. How nice is that? Always feel what you're doing all the time. So this is the nice thing that I love about the Suzuki Jimny, guys. Please don't forget to use the link in my bio. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers, guys. Almost 10,000 subscribers. As I'm going to be giving away a 5,000 Rand voucher to somebody who gets a code from Naked and subscribes to my YouTube channel. And that's going to be the big giveaway for our 10,000 subscriber mark. If you're in South Africa, please don't forget to always keep left and pass right. Until next time, peace out.